Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Auckland FC football show. And we are live right now in Auckland, New Zealand. Here we talk about all things football, and since we're live, absolutely anything can happen. Also, the best comments will appear on the screen, immortalized forever. So if you don't want it to be on screen, don't type it, because the best ones come up here, up down over here somewhere. I've already got some interesting comments here. I'm going to show that one, Alfred, in a minute. So welcome to episode 6, and I know you want us to start right away with what happened on Sunday. Let's go have a look. What happened on Sunday? We had a sandcastle competition. You had a chance to win a 25-26 signed Auckland FC jersey. Yeah, I don't know who won it. Hasn't been published online. Ange and I would have loved to have gone down to the beach area to build our own. What's that one? Like that Neuschwanstein castle, you know, that cool one in Germany, that Disney based their castle off. We were going to do that. Ange and I were going to do that. And, you know, just because we would love to have participated, just to see the little kids cry when we crushed their hopes. Just kidding, maybe. No, but we couldn't actually go there due to technical reasons. We couldn't go down to the sand pit, whatever, technical reasons. No, we were watching the OFC Pro League match, which we'll talk about later. Quick question. Did anyone take any photos of the sandcastles or the winners or anything like that? I haven't seen it on social media anywhere. And if it's not there, if it doesn't appear on social media, it never happened. You know how it is nowadays. Something that did happen this weekend, because it was on social media, of course, is that some lucky banana, some lucky person won $4,567 just for attending the game. Every ticket sold in the match, like they put like 35 cents or something to a jackpot, and a number more people appeared at the stadium. Bit larger was that jackpot, and one fan here walked away with this check. Ange and I were waiting outside the stadium, just like seeing if we could get no, but he was too quick for us. I think personally, I would have used those winnings for season tickets for next season. I would have done that. I don't know what would you have used that money for, that jackpot? What would you have done with that money? Yeah, you're happy with them. It was someone I got a feeling was probably like a member too. I hope it was a member because they're investing in the club. They're there every game. Hopefully it was a member. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Someone came away with it. Right, so right back to what we were here for is that game on Saturday. So it wasn't, okay, spoiler alert, it wasn't the sandcastle. Hopefully they upload some images soon about that, the social media team or something like that. Anyway, here we are. The game between Auckland FC and Sydney. What a game. What a game. Let me know what you thought about this game in the chat if you're watching live, or in the comments later if you're watching afterwards. Personally, I felt like it was the old Auckland FC, the team from last year. And this game between Auckland and Sydney was probably our biggest game of the season, with a lot riding on it. At the time, before it started, it was second place Sydney against us. We're in third place. And before we start, I have something important to say. I'll come back to this. About Michael Woud. Well done, Michael Woud. I'd stand up to applaud you, but not wearing pants right now. So yeah, but seriously, it was like you were another person out there today. You seem to have another attitude, not the cocky arrogance that you normally have and the disinterest in general and like the lax things. No, we noticed you had a burning desire to prove me and everyone else that has been talking shit about you. I don't talk shit, I just state facts. You probably had this burning desire to show what you are made of. I mean, you made a number of saves that saved the game for us. Really good saves. It was like strict, like you just came out. You actually came out when you had to. You dived when you had to. We noticed that you gave it all. And not just Ange and I, but so many other people. And we're going to see some of those comments about you and the game in general later. And I want to come back to these some of these comments here. Look at this. Alfred wore my Woud jersey to the Sydney game. Reckon it was a good choice. Exactly. These are people live in the chat right now. If you're here, you're the best ones up here on screen. So he had faith in you, unlike some others. Alfred had faith in you. He wore the Woud shirt because otherwise it would have been a bad purchase. But you did it. You played well. You did the job. And the Auckland fans, thank you for that. What else we got? Woud. Okay. 123562009. I wish you put another name on it. Woud redeemed himself. Exactly. Woud redeemed himself in this game. And it was so good to see him get that player of the match there. It was so good. Well done, Woud. Even Ange is like impressed too. A couple of weeks ago, Woud couldn't wait to get off the pitch in the Perth game when we lost the game. He ignored everyone. But this game on Saturday, he stayed around and signed autographs and he took selfies with the fans long after full time. Not just a couple of random young kids and the rest chow. We used to see that with Alex Poulsen. He used to do it. We used to always stay until they kicked us out of the stadium. Literally, Ange and I, we still do. But we used to always see that with Alex Poulsen. There wouldn't be anyone in the stadium, just a few people next to the fence he'd be signing. And that's what Michael Woud did this time. He was there doing this right in. And that is what players should be doing for their fans, because their fans make the club. The players give us the results, but the fans are the people that pay to be in the stadium. They're there supporting, and they got all of their hopes on you. And just those little things about these young, just thinking about the kids, not these old smelly old people. the kids, it's like it just makes a difference to them. These kids there, and they get this autograph, which they'll sell on Trade Me or something. No, they won't. They cherish them. And it can make a difference. These kids, if you're there for them. So thank you for doing that, Woud. What else we got here? I guess no need to buy another keeper. Well, I'll talk about that in a moment. We do have another keeper, just to keep the pressure on Woud just a little. I guess Sale's injury is destiny. It is. Maybe it's like the shake-up that I feel sorry for Ollie Sale, but it's a bit of a shake-up for Woud that actually got put on the bench. And I love that meme from last week about getting thrown out. And I'm going to read. Finally, Woud shines after a miserable career. Okay, Woud is still overrated. Well, this is one match. He's had a number of matches that are not good. He's done some good saves here and there, but the general vibe is that, What I want to see with Woud is for him to change his attitude. We saw a glimpse of that in the last one. So, yeah. In a football club, fans are those who support the team, build community, buy tickets and merchandise, and give the club its identity and energy. Exactly, and that is the importance of the fans. So staying around is doing that. He was overcomplicating his saves. Maybe before in this match. I think in this match he did some brilliant saves. He did there was some of them I was like, whoa. He got them out. I saw a difference in him. So going back to these stats there's. So you're saying Woud is a confidence type playing? Like if his confidence is shit, he's gonna be shit? Maybe. Could be. Interesting. Share your thoughts, share your opinions. So going to the stats, going back here. It was good to see the entire Auckland FC team put pressure on Sydney FC for the full 90 minutes. Lately, we've been losing in the last part because, I don't know, they lost they just, you get a goal and might just like sitting back. I just saw them fighting so many balls on Saturday. It was so good to see. You could see they were working hard for each other. Not for us, not for the fan, not for the clubs, for their teammates, for their brothers on the pitch. They were there working hard for each other with more passion, more desperation, more fight, more urgency. And it was so good to see that. It was like watching Auckland FC from last season because they had that fight. They had that connection with each other there. So it was so good to see that. And you feel like Guillermo Mai, we're going to talk about him in a moment. I felt like it was finally he woke up. He had awakened. Exactly. Was that a different and better game than previous rounds? Yeah, so it's like, this is interesting. It's like we give up after 80 minutes and concede heaps of goals in the last few minutes. Exactly, that's my thought. But this game, they kept going for the full 90 minutes. The other one's like 80 minutes, we're winning, and then we get screwed over by a horrible, stupid mistake, a bad goal or something like that. Keep going until the ref blows the final whistle. Not like, oh yeah, we're okay, we should be all right for 10 minutes. No, go hard, whole time. That's what you train for. You train. That's why Steve whoosh, and the other guys give you a whipping too. Train and run and run and run. That was something that we had against other teams last season. We had more stamina, more resistance. Yeah. So it was good to... Here we go. That's why Corrick is the best coach in the league by far. Best man management and organization. Is this Steve's private account? Just throwing it out there. Steve, just use your real name. No, you can be a silent lurker. We like silent lurkers out there. It was interesting to see Marley Francois started playing the match. This is good. And he played well too. A lot of comments online. We'll see in a moment. They played well. Sam Cosgrove scored his 7th goal of the season. Doesn't that make him like one of the top goal scorers? Like they're tied on 7 goals or something happened later. Yeah, Miley had a good game, and that was good to see because he hasn't had much game time this season, and it's good to see when he has appeared, he had that fight too. And wasn't he like he did that awesome cross to Sam Cosgrove? That was also going to be a goal, but their keeper, I forget his name, sorry. He saved it. I don't know how. The cross from Francois Cosgrove did like a flying header and boom. You thought it was going in and everyone's just like, what the hell? Yeah, so he's league level 1 level bossing the A-League. You think it's that level? Oh, hang on. This is good. I don't get how people still say Cosgrove isn't a good player and doesn't fit in, even though he's got heaps of goals and assists this season. Yeah, I think it's because he gets goals, and they're probably ugly goals. I mean, the one on Saturday wasn't really ugly. It was actually, he was well positioned and got it in, but he has had some ugly goals. We don't care if they're ugly. Getting those goals. That is true. Yeah, so he's been getting the assists and everything like that. I think what sometimes frustrates other people, including myself, is he just appears sometimes slow. I don't know, because he's like tall and lanky, and it's just like takes a bit more time moving his body into certain positions. But I just feel sometimes just takes his time coming back or going forward, and maybe that is one of the frustrating things people say about Cosgrove. Because yes, you're right, he has been getting goals. Thank you for confirming. Cosgrove tied for first with 3 others. Club's top scorer, though. Yeah, he is the Auckland FC's top scorer now, because Lockie was on 7, or is it 6? And now he's got 7 or something like that. I should have written all of these. No, Cosgrove's got 7 and Lockie's got 6. So he's joined up there. Talking about Lockie. Oh, no. What happened? What happened to Lockie in the 40th, 41st minute or something like that? No. He got like an injury. I mean, didn't look like a serious one. But, oh, my God. It was like, that freaked me out when he came off. We need Lockie. How is Lockie? Okay, anyone know? Anyone heard anything? I didn't hear the after-match thing or anything over these last couple of days. What's happened to Lockie? Please, it's like he's a very good player. He's got that annoyingness for the other teams. But result of that, Guillermo came on like at the end of on the first half when this happened. Anyway. What else is there? Oh, another situation in this game. Exactly. Goals are goals, and that's what matters. Ugly or not, goals are goals. We need goals. And that has been a problem for Auckland FC this season. We haven't been able to get those goals in the net. We've had so many opportunities, so many missed chances. Oh my God. It's like we've got like the balls, when Guillermo kicks it, it's like the ball's got a magnet for posts. How many posts and crossbars has he got this season? It's like I've lost count. And there was one moment where the ball hit the post at the Woud end, like Sydney could have scored, and then 30 seconds later down the other end, also Guillermo also hit the post. It's like, oh man. I mean, it was good we went from one end to the other, but we need goals. We need goals, exactly. Yeah, so Cosgrove is ticking the boxes. Nothing more we can ask for. Getting goals, yeah. And definitely, as Ange says, I really hope Ange gets well soon after the hangover. No, I hope Brooke gets well soon. Okay, let's have a look at this. I feel like Auckland are too reliant on Jesse Randall for creativity. Need to diversify. Bring back Liam Gilliam when Jess leaves. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Jesse Randall takes off to Scotland, whether Liam comes in. I mean, Liam Gilliam has to prove himself now while he can in the OFC Pro League. If he doesn't prove himself, unfortunately, despite being a fan favorite, I got a feeling he might not be around for a bit longer. He's quick. He just messes up in the final minutes. Okay, he did get a goal in the OFC Pro League on Saturday from memory. We'll talk about the OFC Pro League in a moment. He did get a goal, so that's good. I have to go back and see a lot of those OFC games from this last week because I've been just too busy with life stuff. What else we got there? Yeah, so yeah. Just what I said. Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. I think Gillian Age is out of his scholarship contract into the season. I know that's the thing that that worries me. So he needs to prove himself in the OFC. Oh, you just copy what I said. Yes. if he wants to re-sign, he's got to prove himself in there. So unless they do keep him for the what do you call it? For the OFC Pro League, but that's next season. That's in January, and there's a window. So maybe for the he can't be ready for the reserves because we already got lots of other players in there. So could he sign for another team like Auckland City or Western Springs or Fencibles? Maybe. Yeah, but then again, it won't be like a contract that you actually need, and then bring him back for the OFC, or maybe I'm not too sure what I've got to ask about what happens to the Auckland OFC team once the season finishes in May. It's not like they can wait until, I know some of the players are going back to their team, like Mason's going back to Western Springs. Who else have we got? Other ones are going back to their teams. Like a lot of the players going back to the reserves teams. But what's going to happen in that 6-month period? Be interesting to see. Liam Gilliam has to prove his worth in the Pro League and for the reserves. But I don't know if he can play the reserves. Or is that because he's in the A-League team? Oh, got to learn all of these rules. Liam Gillian is clearly too good for the OFC Pro League. Maybe. You reckon? Okay. Are you talking about, was it Kachowski owns Auckland? That was like, that was a game that happens, I don't know, like centuries ago. It's over. It's finished. Wait for the next one. I'm pretty sure we play Newcastle again very soon. And so the Glory Boys are on top. Nah. It's just wait. We are going. I know because I read it in the news already. We're going to win the plate back. Newcastle, they're going to fizzle out. They've peaked too early. They're going to come up against the Auckland FC Stonewall, and they're going to like, yeah, they're doing well, like 5 wins, 6 wins in a row. Yeah, that's pretty good. But we've had that in the past too. But they're going to falter. They're going to trip up. Auckland FC's from now, we're going to win against Sydney on Tuesday. I want to do a live stream of that maybe. But yeah, we'll come talk to us at the end of the season. Come talk to us at the end of the season. The Sydney keeper looks decent. Steve Corica, could lure him to New Zealand next year. Thanks, Steve. What's that one? Perth Glory 100% win record over Auckland CFC at home. We'll never sing that. Yep. But we've got, don't we? I've got to go check out the rest of the, what the upcoming games are. Okay, getting back to it. Yes, only 37. Getting back to the stats here. Only 37 possession, but way more shots. Crazy game. Thank you for bringing us back on to what we should be talking about. Yeah, 36 or 37% possession. That's not much. Home ground, we don't have much possession. Sydney had loads more. That just seemed weird. It didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like Sydney had more possession. It felt, I don't know, it felt like we did. Okay, we had 25 shots on goal, 25 shots, sorry. 8 on target at the goal. Sydney had 16 and 4. They had loads more passes. They had more corners. Oh, God, I hate corners. Anyway, they had 7 corners to our 3. No red cards, 2 yellows for each side. So definitely very, very interesting. And this victory is a great kickstart to the second half of the season where we are going to come back strong. Mark my words. Clip this, save this, come back and fight me later. Prove me wrong. We're going to be okay. If we win, when we win, sorry, Steve. Now I know it's not Steve. When we win the OFC League, I don't think my A-League team can play in the FIFA Intercontinental Cup. Okay, only Liam can go. Yeah, now there is something there. I think we can get like 3 A-League players into that team for that Intercontinental Cup thing, something along those lines. I'm sure as we get closer, we're going to know more about the rules and everything like that. Actually, I want to go back. I want to go to the comments here. Some of these comments I have got offline. So if you ever want me to see a comment, just put the hashtag Auckland FC or at me on Twitter or whatever, and we'll go read these comments, or in Discord, whatever. What does it say here? Michael Woud. Michael Woud, I never doubted you once, but please don't check my post history. So many people are like that. Yeah. The cheering for Woud, every single grab of the ball is fantastic. This is a comment during the game while it was live. Oh my God, I should have brought my glasses. Honestly, the big takeaways from the game were Woud looked confident and the defense looked more composed. We were unlucky not to have 3 or 4 of those chances, but, eventually it's going to happen. Someone else. I removed these names just in case they don't want to have the comments appear, as in like associated with certain names. If you don't mind your name appearing, just let me know and I'll add them. Best home performance of the season, and we really should have been 5-0 minimum. That is true. We had so many chances there, and but we continue to lack that clinical edge and make the game harder for ourselves. Exactly. Much better performance from Auckland FC today against Sydney. Resolute in defense, and the midfield held strong. Sam Cosgrove, absolutely brilliant up front. Yes, and Michael Woud bounced back in goal. There you go, team. I saved you. Auckland FC, the players, I've saved you time. Just go check out this stuff. This is a good comment. Probably Marley's best game for us. Not sure I've ever seen him on the right, but he was awesome today. There you go, Marley. Yes, Gallegos too. I've been very critical of him this season, but he was very good today. Another one for you, Gallegos. Who's this? I don't know. Can't finish to save our lives, but probably our best overall performance this season. Woud clearly needed the reality check and played outstanding. Get in there. Boys, I think of okay, that last comment you probably can't see. I'm going to struggle to see it. Boys, I think if we all pitch in $20, we can hire a very good witch to reverse the hex that's on Guillermo. What are these comments? Someone else thinks it's true. I think it'll be a 2-horse race versus Sydney. The Milligan Jets have no depth. Exactly. It's going to be between Auckland FC and Sydney for top place. Newcastle, they're doing well now. They're going to go downhill in a big way very soon. I think they're playing Perth up next. This is going to be their first downfall. The first of many. Anyway, you just hope he doesn't sleep the bed in the next game. He's going to be there. Come on, Val. We believe in you. We've got to support all of the players. You got to do there. Basically, because we've got no other keeper there right now. Here. Thanks, Ange. If you want your name to appear, add FC to any social media channels or just at us. That's another one. Okay, let's going on to the next one. So we talked about that already. So some of the other... So those were some of the comments that El Orco found online. Before we go back to this here, Guillermo, I have a message for you. Last one was for Woud, and look what happened. I'm sure Steve in his secret account here showed Woud. Steve with his 123562009. Okay, Guillermo. Now for you, I've got a message for you, and I'm going to say it in Spanish first, so there's no misunderstanding. I know your English is good, but I just want there to be no misunderstandings. Okay, you ready? Guillermo. Lo que voy a traducir en inglés no siempre va a ser lo que yo digo en español. I'm going to say it in English so that your teammates know. Tú tienes talento. Mucho talento, Guille. You've got a lot of talent. Los hinchas verdaderos estamos Ahí, para ti. The true fans are there behind you. Te conocemos, Guille. Saliste goleador el año pasado y ahora pusieron a Cosgrove en tu lugar. You're a true goal scorer. I may have deleted some parts. Pero ahora, por favor, saca ese espíritu uruguayo, el guerrero, que llevas dentro de ti, esa garra, y demuéstralo, por favor, demuestra por qué te eligieron a ti, sobre todos los otros delanteros del mundo. And in English, I'll just say, it's time to shine. Sí, hiciste 9 goles la temporada pasada. You scored 9 goals last season. Pero quiero compartir algo de un poeta uruguayo. I want to share a quote by a Uruguayan poet for you. His name's Mario Benedetti. And he says, en realidad, solo existe la dirección que tomamos. Lo que puede haber sido ya no vale. Which means, in reality, there is only the direction we take now. What could have been isn't worth anything. So basically, sí, lo que podría haber sido, haber pasado esta temporada ya no vale, ya pasó. Solo existe la dirección que tomamos ahora. Y tu dirección ahora es hacer goles, no los goles feos de tu compañero alto, pero golazos. Vamos a gritar golazo muchas veces en estos meses que quedan gracias a ti. And in English, basically, we're just going to shout golazo many times during the next game, thanks to you. So, yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay, I shall join you on Zoom in the next show. Thanks, Steve. We appreciate that. And Guille, pay attention. Guille, you can do it. So that was just a special message for Guille because he can do it. He has the talent. He has the power. He has the spark, the Uruguayan, Latino, South American spark. And you are going to show it to us in these next games. And I know you're going to show it to us in the Sydney game. Guille, May, show us. Prove everyone else. Was that Woud? He showed it in the last one. And he's got to show it in the next one. You're going to show it now. We believe in you. Yes, you're not in your normal position, but we believe in you. I'm going to take the magnet out of the ball. It's the transfer season. We can still sign players. We could do. And also, in other news, did I put it here? No, I've got to go through these things here. Did I put it here? No. Anyway, other results. Wellington Phoenix, 2. Melbourne Victory, 3. Well, that was on the... what was that one? The women's team, they did a double header. Women's team won 1-0, and they're like top of the ladder, I think, which is like the first time for any Phoenix club, maybe. But anyway, in the Phoenix game, they looked like they got their own, like a goal from a corner, and they checked for offside, and the goal was given. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that one. Macarthur FC 2, Perth Glory 2, Auckland FC we've already talked about. Brisbane Roar 1, Central Coast Mariners 2. Oh, that was a good result for us. Sydney Wanderers, Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Melbourne City 1 also, Adelaide United 2, Newcastle Jets 3. And that was like a game right at the end. It was like a last... Okay, Macarthur, Perth Glory, first goal, thought it was going out. The goalie went to save it and deflected it into the goal. Great goals, great saves. That was actually a good game. I did see that. Didn't make any notes about it. Last minute goal. Anyway, what else we got there? Yes, we're talking about that too, coming up in a moment. So yeah, those are the results. The table's looking like this. Newcastle Jets up the top, only 2 points ahead of us. Look at that streak. There's a streak there. They've had like 6 in a row. We're going to come back now. Sydney's not doing well. We're going there and we're going to beat them. So anyway, who's down the bottom there? Probably Finn. Oh, no, they're not down the bottom. They're second from last. Western Sydney's right down the bottom, 16 points. Wellington Phoenix down 19. and we are 9 points ahead of them. So, yeah. But more importantly, doesn't matter what Phoenix does. We are important. Auckland FC is second from the top. We're going to beat Sydney. Newcastle is going to lose to Perth, and we're going to be top of the table again. Goalkeeper situation. I don't know, yeah, like Wellington. I know they had like one win like 4 games ago or something like that. And that thing I just mentioned, this phrase encourages the acceptance of the present and letting go of imagining alternative scenarios that no longer matter because they never happened. Anyway, going back to here. So we're playing Sydney not this weekend, but on Tuesday for weird reasons. So we're playing them on Tuesday. I'm thinking of doing, anyone interested in like a live reaction thing about that? You can join in the chat. We'll show the best ones on there. I might see if we can get some other people on, join me live. So it's not just me talking or Ange, it'll be someone else. We're going to see if anyone's interested in that. How is the Italian still employed? I know. Chiefy. I like Chiefy because he's just got this nice personality, but as a coach, maybe something else. Okay, going back to here. Dan Hall, his 100th A-League game. It wasn't this match here. It was like one not long ago. For some reason, they just did it now in front of our crowds more than anything. We have a goalkeeper. This is the new goalkeeper that we have. 23-year-old Jimmy Hilton is our new backup goalkeeper for Auckland FC. For the A-League squad. Got 3 squads now. Until the end of the season due to Ollie Sale and Joe Knowles' injury. Our 2 other main squad goalkeepers, they're out with injuries. So we got this guy. Who is this guy? Jimmy Hilton. And the other ones, the OFC Pro Leagues ones, they're busy at the moment until May. And by that time, the season's finished. So we needed this guy. Jimmy Hilton, he's come from, was it Marconi Stallions? And he was the 2025 Goalkeeper of the Year in the Men's National Premier League, NSW, whatever they call it. So, yep. So welcome, Jimmy Hilton. Put pressure on Woud, so he's not comfortable. I wonder if Danny Han will be head coach if I leave the club someday. Spoiler alert. I know, Steve, you're going to be here for 3 seasons and then you're off. Remember this, save this. I know you're off. I know. So Dan, yeah, he could be there. It was his brother's birthday this weekend too. Yeah, so welcome. Something really interesting about him. He's a doctor. Or I don't know if he's finished his thing. He's like in biomedical. No, I don't know what it is. So once he's finished being a goalkeeper, he can be. That's why I called him in my Instagram story the doctor, because he's a doctor, and since he knows all about diseases and things like that, so he can cut it at the root. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got him. And something that happened was also mentioned. Ellington just signed their so-called golden boy back, Sarpreet Singh. He, of course, had the Wellington Phoenix singing. Sorry, couldn't resist. Shit. Yeah, I know. Yep, he's another. This is interesting. It's another all-white. So they got Bill Tuiloma. Now they got Sarpreet. I got Singh in there. He's on loan from a Serbian club until the end of the season. Those 2 that came because of the World Cup coming up. And are they going to help when we play again in the derby on the 21st, I think? 21st. Will they both be there? It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You think Jimmy could be the team doctor for us? Yeah, probably could. I'm going to show this. I mean, all the failed all whites are at Wellington, and all the any Wellington guys want to make a comment about that? Come and join the chat. Join the chat. Join the chat. Defend. You got to defend yourselves. It does. It sums up the club. Okay, OFC Pro League. You're the best new league that exists in here. Auckland FC's got a team in here. So does South Island. They got a team in there. Wellington Phoenix doesn't. Yeah. But anyway, so we're going to have a look at this. Okay, this is the second round. Look at this. This is so some good results here. Tahiti United and Auckland FC. This was in the rain. Oh, this is a good game to watch. Blake Callanan in goal. Aston Burns with his very first start. Aston came from Fencibles. Blake is in the reserves team. Kian Donkers coming from Birkenhead. Got an early goal in the 3rd minute, which was a promising start. Then we had 2 quick goals at the start of the second half. 49th minute, James Bayliss. Ellis was flying down the wing, crossed it to Ferguson, who laid it back to Bayliss with a great low shot. I love those low shots. Thank you, Bayliss. But this goal in the 50th minute, Aston Burns. Okay, it started with a goal, like a type of, I think it was a goal kick. I think it might have been a goal kick from our goalkeeper, Blake Callanan. And he got an assist because he did a long kick all the way down to Aston Burns, who's usually on one of the wings. He's sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right. That's what I like about him. But the thing is, if you watch that replay, and it's not the first time I've seen it, Aston Burns, he's flying along, and he had like these 2 defenders right on his tail, one like sort of like next to him. So calm, so collected. And that's the thing that I surprised, because he's like 19 years old or something like that. And he just like slots it past the goal. It's just like, man, that was so good. That is so good. And it's not the first time I've seen it. I actually recorded 2 goals of Aston Burns before he was in the reserves when he was playing at Fencibles, or shows that same calm collectiveness. I think Big Reds also said the same thing. Aston Burns and Prince, I'm pretty sure they're going to be in the main squad. If not, don't know what. Anyway, we've got to see what's happening with Cosgrove and everyone else. Aston is a promising talent. Yeah, you've seen it too. Here we go, going back. PNG, our bottle jobs for real. I'm going to show you the stats in a moment. Vanuatu's Alex Saniel, very good. Could be a Cosgrove benchwarmer. I know. He got the first goal of the OFC Pro League ever. He got the first goal ever. He also got in this round, he got the fastest goal ever. Got it in the first minute. So he's getting these records. He's been good. We've got a photo of him. I'll show him in another edition. We've got a photo of him in one of the games. And yeah, he is good. Someone to keep an eye on. And this is the great thing about the OFC Pro League. It's showing talent, which otherwise, where would people see what he's capable of? And I really hope a lot of these players get taken onto bigger things that can go further. So yeah. One of the postponed games, from what I understand, chatting to one of the OFC guys that day, I think they might be adding it on to the Solomon ones, which might be the 4th round, because there's only 2 games there, so they might add it on the end of there. But again, they're still coordinating. I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, Prince too. That's right. We'll talk about that. Nabil Beg, he's had goals and goals disallowed. Yeah, so he's a good one too from Bull FC. He's a very good one to keep an eye on. There are no official dates yet for the postponed OFC matches. They will be rescheduled later in the competition once the calendar is updated. Okay, thanks, Ange. Ange knows all of these things. So yeah, Tutu, PNG, Vanuatu, Solomon. This is interesting. Solomon Kings, 0. South Island United, 0. And you think, well, that's interesting. South Island United didn't do too well. No, Solomon Kings are doing very, very well. I forgot our other person that got a goal in that one for Auckland FC, Bailey Ferguson. With so many names to keep an eye on. This is a good thing. Keep an eye on some of these young players. You're going to hear about them in maybe 2, 3, 4 years from now. Hopefully sooner in whatever thing. As for this one here, did I put it up on here? Yeah, I did. Here we go. Auckland FC. This is our first loss of the season. Solomon Kings are the dark horses. You are so right. Auckland FC lost 3-0 to Solomon Kings. You think here, it was only 0-0. And a lot of the other games, they've been like, either if they haven't won, it's because they've been very close. They're very tough. I watched some of their games and they're good. They just haven't had the results they want, except for now. I think they might be 3rd or 4th on the league table. But yeah. So this is our team's, Auckland FC's first defeat of the season. And I know the reason why. I can tell you the reason why we lost for the very first time. We lost because Ange and I did not watch the entire game live. Sorry. We watched the first 30 minutes of this game on Saturday. And when we finished watching 30 minutes, it was 0-0. And then we had to race to the Go Media Stadium to watch the Auckland FC game. And then when we arrived there, because we hadn't been watching the game, could have watched it on the phone, but we didn't. Solomon Kings were ahead 2-0. Not sure what happened there. I just know there was a penalty. There was a penalty, I think because of, I won't mention the name. There was a penalty, and they got the penalty, and yeah. And we did try to watch the rest of the game at Go Media Stadium. Thank you, Matthew, for organizing that for us and some others. But we couldn't give it our full attention and everything like that. So, and then Liam Gilliam, he got the goal. Liam Gilliam got our solitary goal against Solomon Kings. What's going to be interesting is when we go play in Solomon Kings, we'll be playing there like the home team. That's going to be a hard game, and they're going to have the crowd there. So it's going to be a tough match for us. Next one, PNG Hikari against South Island United. South Island 2-1. South Melbourne 5-2. Man, that's lots of goals in there. Lots of goals in there. I made some notes somewhere. Solomon Kings and South Island. No, that was the other one. Yeah. The games are so much. If you're not watching them, go. You should do them. Just looking through some of these comments. South Melbourne versus Solomon Kings. We played in the Melbourne Hub. Ooh, 4th of March. Good to know. Thank you for that. What else we got there? It's a fluke. You think it's a fluke? Auckland will still win the league regardless. I think the only team that could challenge us is South Melbourne. South Melbourne's been doing very well. They're like 2nd on the table. 8-man Vanuatu. I saw they're like 3 red cards of the players and 1 for the coach from memory. So they're like playing with not many. They're like 8 players on this field, but they still held up and everything. Yes, this OFC league is so good. It's better than watching Premier League. Exactly. So much. So it was an 8-man team. So South Island looked terrible against PNG. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't been able to watch all of these games from round 2, the last ones. We've just been too busy doing some other things. But I will go through these games over this week because I don't know if there's any this week. I don't think there is because they're off to Melbourne next. But we're going to try and update our website with all the information, with the goal scorers and everything like that over the next couple of days. And we will bring you more details about it. So yeah, the OFC, if you're not watching it, go and watch it. It's a lot of fun. Got some pickpocketing on here. Got the South Melbourne United Vanuatu. Alex Saniel got the fastest goal. Got some penalties in there, but yeah. So basically, that is. Here's the table. Auckland FC up the top. We've lost 1. South Melbourne hasn't lost any games. They've played 1 less. but they've drawn 2. But they haven't lost. They're the only team that hasn't lost any games, South Melbourne. So that's something interesting. And the next round 3, we're playing in Melbourne. They still haven't confirmed. It's going to be in Melbourne. It's in Australia. I think they're just trying to sort out where because of the stadiums and things like that. But yeah, so we'll be playing Auckland FC at the stadium. Auckland FC will be playing South Melbourne. That's going to be one cracker of a match. It is going to be so good, that one. 3rd, Solomon Kings. They've beaten us. They've only lost 1 match, but they've drawn 2. Again, South Island United is in 4th position. Bullers in 5th. Wasn't expecting that. I thought they'd be much higher. Tahiti United, Vanuatu, and PNG Hikari. So yeah, this is how the league is going. I don't think they'll do it at AMI Park. It's too big for this because they haven't really been getting the crowds. They'll probably do it at one of the smaller stadiums. And I'm pretty sure AMI stadiums it's just too big. And they struggled to get their main team, like City and the other one, Victory or something like that. I don't know. I don't care about them. They can't even fill it up, and it's just going to be too expensive. So they'll probably do some smaller one, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they do it. Olympic Village will host Saturday and Sunday games. Heidelberg. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You're wondering how many teams they'll expand to next year? I think they're going to... Okay, I've heard nothing. Talked to people, I haven't heard anything. They've got about 35 million New Zealand dollars or something over 5 years. So it's going to be interesting whether they do expand at the moment. This season with 8, it's just see how it goes. I would love to see... What teams would you like to see? I would like to see Cook Islands team in there. Or, okay, Easter Island. It's another confederation, but that'll be cool. But they don't have the stadium for it or anything. So, but Cook Islands, I'd love to see in there. Wellington Phoenix, just, so they'll stop crying all the time that they didn't get accepted. Just to have some more rivalry between, just so South Island can also beat Wellington. Just to show just how terrible they are. Yeah, Rapa Nui would be good. Easter Island. New Caledonia. Yeah, that was the other one. Definitely want Wellington in there in the OFC. No idea if they have the money for it or not. I don't think they got the money for it. But at the same time, the OFC is actually paying for a lot of stuff right now. So, and thing is, Wellington also spent a lot of money on the women's team, and it showed. They're like, I think, number 1 on the ladder now, which are like for the first time. Pia Vlok, she's also the 17-year-old. We talked about her in the last episode with a hat trick. She just got nominated. Didn't have a picture for it today. Didn't have time. She got she's in the squad. The Ferns. Sweet, congratulations, Pia. Yeah. So next Monday, we don't have a game this weekend for us. I will be live on Monday. We'll talk more about OFC. We'll talk about what's coming up. We'll talk about lots of different things, but something we'll probably do is on the Tuesday, we'll do a live reaction stream. I'm going to see if I can get someone else on there to join us. So it's not just me talking or just one person talking, like get some other people, because I can have 2 or 3 people up here. We can just debate, discuss what's happening and everything like that. So that would be cool. If you think of anyone that would be good to join me here, let me know via Twitter, Discord, wherever. Yeah. So basically, thank you everyone for joining in today, and we'll see you again next time. Same day, same time, same channel for another exciting episode of Auckland FC Football Show. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and as always, vamos Auckland, vamos. Vamos.